Sarah froze. The plate in her hand slipped and shattered on the floor. She had spent years hiding the truth behind tired smiles, silent sacrifices, and midnight tears. But the secret she protected with everything she had, was now standing right in front of her. Ethan had always been observant, too observant sometimes. He often wondered why they never celebrated Father's Day, why his mom always avoided questions about his dad, why she looked away whenever she saw fathers playing with their kids in the park. For years, she gave the same soft reply. "Some stories hurt too much to tell, sweetheart. But you have me. And that's enough." But the day he found a small metal box on the top shelf, everything changed. Inside was his birth certificate with a name under "Father" he had never seen. Jason Cooper. Ethan felt anger, confusion, and a pain he didn't know how to explain. "Mom, who is he? Why didn't you tell me?" Sarah sat down in the living room, hands shaking. Ethan sat across from her, eyes full of hurt. 12 years ago, she whispered, "I loved someone with everything I had. But when I told him I was pregnant, he changed." She told him how Jason had once been charming and sweet. How they met in college. How he promised he wanted a family. But when she told him about the baby, he accused her of trapping him, denied the child, and walked out of her life. "I begged him just to come see you once," she said, tears falling. "He refused. He said you weren't his problem." Ethan's chest tightened. "So he didn't want me?" "No," Sarah said, cupping his face. "He didn't deserve you." She told him about working 2 jobs, studying at night, skipping meals so he could eat, crying silently when he slept, and still waking up every morning ready to fight for him. "I didn't tell you," she said, "because I didn't want you to grow up feeling unwanted. I wanted your world to have love in it, not rejection." Ethan was silent. His heart hurt for his mother more than for himself. But he still asked, "Where is he now?" Sarah hesitated before whispering. "He's here. In this city." Ethan's eyes widened. "All this time?" "Yes. But I didn't want to reopen wounds I spent years trying to heal." The next day, without telling her, Ethan searched online, found Jason's business address, and took the bus across town. The name, Jason Cooper, real estate consultant, shined on the office door. Inside, Jason looked up, older, confident. When Ethan stood before him, he frowned. "Can I help you?" Ethan swallowed. "I think, you're my father." Jason's face stiffened. For a moment, guilt flickered. But then he said coldly, "I don't have a son." Ethan's voice shook. "But my mom." Jason cut in sharply. "Your mother was obsessed. I told her years ago. I don't owe you anything." Ethan's eyes burned, but he refused to cry. "You're right," he said, standing tall. "You don't owe me anything, because someone else already gave me everything. My mom." He walked out before Jason could respond. When Ethan returned home, Sarah was outside, crying, scared out of her mind. The moment she saw him, she ran and hugged him so tightly he could barely breathe. "Why did you go?" she sobbed. Ethan hugged her back. "Because I needed to see him, and now I know. You're the only parent I'll ever need." Sarah broke down, but this time, her tears carried relief, not pain. That night, Ethan leaned against her shoulder. "I don't need him," he whispered. "I just need you, Mom." And Sarah, with her voice trembling, said, "I will always be enough for you." Years later, Ethan became successful, strong, kind, determined. Every milestone, every award, every step forward, he dedicated to the woman who raised him alone. The woman who shielded him from a man who didn't deserve to be in his life. "You didn't hide a father from me," Ethan once told her. "You protected me from a mistake." Sarah smiled, the first smile in years that came from true peace. A mother's love can survive anything.